Luke, a point, you left it late, but you must feel that it was something the team deserved.
Yeah, and it's something that I've sort of looked at the league table over the last few weeks and thought, imagine if we'd have turned a few of those defeats into draws. And it's probably one of those games where a few months ago, it's an easy thing to say, but we might not have got back into that game. But I think, especially the last few weeks, we've been down goals and we've found a way. And I think credit to the chairman for investing in the squad, adding the quality that we seem to have now. And you look at the substitutes we're bringing on, and the lads are frustrated coming off at 60s and 70s, but the firepower we seem to look like we've got now is really positive for me as a defender, because I feel at times we've had lads up front on their own and it's been a hard slog for some. So it's it's a positive that we can definitely continue to build on.
And when you have got those options at the top end of the pitch, you can kind of go to the end of the game knowing that if that another chance, just give us another chance.
Yeah, and I looked at the board and it was sort of 87 minutes and I shouted over to Alex Newby because I feel we had a fantastic impact on the game. I said, look, keep going. We'll get one more chance. And probably in that time we had about 3 or 4. But yeah, like we could have easily laid down and thought it's not going to be our day when John missed a penalty, and I was probably one of the most confident people in the stadium to think he's just going to put that away. But he'll get another chance and he'll score again. So, but yeah, it's the way we kept going. It's just such a good trait to have, and we can't lose that because it's I think it's a testament for the group that the managers put together that there's no chance we're finishing now where we are. We're only looking up. We're only looking to where we could potentially achieve. So
yeah, and you can't forget either that this is a side, Barrow, that still in the hunt for the playoffs. Dropped off a little bit lately, but they're still in the top half of the table, and they're looking above them into that top 7.
Yeah, and it's never nice. You see their result in the week and you think 5-1 and you think, oh, some people are looking at, we'll easily beat them in the weekend. And you know that's one of those games where the next day they come into training, right, everything they do will be on the front foot, really wanted to put that result right. So I think we came out on the back end of that today a little bit because they were really, really aggressive in the way they played, the way they pressed the ball, didn't really give us any time to sort of set our shapes and patterns up. And you have to give credit to them today because I think they were really, really at it. But again, a team that's potent and scores a lot of goals, we've nullified them massively, really. A little bit of a miscommunication, misjudgment for their goal. But again, I think they've had a couple of chances on our goal, whereas we've had some really good chances today, really real clear cut. So yeah, I think the point has to be respected today.
Yeah, and 1-1 against Barrow, probably not the glamorous game that you would have thought it was, but the news before the game was you making 779th league appearance and going into the top 10 in English history of football. You know, now you've finished the game and sat down, must be pleased that you've reached that now.
Yeah, and to be fair to the gaffer in his team talk, he mentioned it and he was like, look lads, just try and make this a good day for me to remember, and it's just such a nice touch, and I think that shows the relationship he's got with the players and myself. And yeah, when I sat down and think about it, it's like, would I have imagined anything like that when I was 16, 17, starting my journey out at Northampton as a kid? To do it, it's just, I've never really had a chance to step back and take stock of what I've achieved and for the clubs that I've played for and the roles that I've played at those clubs. So it's something that gives me immense pride, but for me, I feel like there's so much more left in the tank. It's something that I don't want to stop doing. I'm loving my football at the minute. I'm loving the environment that we've created and the culture of the club at the minute. So it's something that I really want to be a part of moving forward.